Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's dive into what might be one of the most fascinating rumors circling around the NFC North right now. It involves none other than Aiden Hutchinson, the star pass rusher from the Detroit Lions. Yeah, I know, it sounds wild, but the league whispers and reports from sources like Adam Schefter are buzzing that the Lions might be open to trading Hutchinson. And if this happens, it could send shockwaves through the division and could be a game changer for the Bears. So why would Detroit even consider trading a player like Hutchinson? Well, the main reason is cap space, folks. The Lions, sitting at a 7-2 record, have some financial constraints, with only around $8 million available in cap space. They're already committed to a hefty extension for Jared Goff, which alone is costing them about $230 million, and they need to free up some cash for that. Plus, their secondary has been a concern, and they're prioritizing that area for upgrades. But that's not all. They're also looking at options to rebuild their offensive line after some injuries and leaks in pass protection, which have led to 27 sacks allowed this season. So if they're going to make a bold move, why not trade a young star like Hutchinson for a future first-round pick, say in 2026? Now, here's where it gets interesting for us Bears fans. The Chicago Bears, sitting at 6'3" with about $14 million in cap space, are reportedly eyeing Hutchinson as a perfect fit for their pass rush. Remember, the Bears have been lacking that elite disruptive edge rusher to truly elevate their defense. We've seen flashes from guys like Edwards, but injuries have hampered their pass rush, especially with Edwards missing 3 games due to hand and hamstring injuries. Hutchinson, with his style and production, could be that difference maker, similar to how T.J. Watt became a force for the Steelers in 2024. Let's talk stats. Hutchinson's profile is impressive. In 2025, through 9 games, he's registered 28 solo tackles, 12 assists, and a total of 40 combined tackles. But what really stands out are his pass rushing numbers. 9.5 sacks, 62 sacks yards, 3 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. Over his career, he's accumulated 50 sacks, 200 total tackles, and has made 3 Pro Bowls. His PFF grade is a solid 97, and he boasts a win rate of 25%. His EPA per snap is 33, and he runs a bend speed of 87. That's the kind of player who can turn the tide in a game, especially in the NFC North, where every sack, every pressure counts. Now, looking at the Lions' strategy, it makes some sense. They're trying to allocate their cap space wisely, especially with Goff's extension eating up a big chunk of their budget. They're also focusing on improving their secondary, which has a completion percentage of 63%, and they're betting on their offense to carry them. But the trade for Hutchinson, that could be the move that makes the Lions a true contender, especially if they bolster their pass rush with a player of Hutchinson's caliber. And for the Bears, acquiring Hutchinson would be a huge boost. Imagine him alongside our existing pass rushers, creating pressure that forces turnovers. Teams like the Packers, who have struggled with their offensive line, would have a nightmare trying to deal with Hutchinson coming from the edge at full speed. His ability to generate multiple sacks per game, projected to add around 11 more for us, would elevate our defense significantly. It's no secret that improving our pass rush directly impacts our secondary's effectiveness. When the quarterback feels pressure, they make mistakes, more incompletions, more turnovers, more opportunities for our offense to take over. Plus, Hutchinson's addition could transform our defense into one of the best in the league, boosting our chances to push for a deep playoff run. His presence would allow us to generate more pressure, pushing the opponent's offensive line and disrupting their rhythm. If you remember last season, when we faced tough NFC North rivals, the lack of consistent pressure was noticeable. Hutchinson could flip that script, especially in crucial moments. Now, if this trade actually happens, it could have a domino effect. The Bears would step into a new era, building around young, dynamic talent. Our defense would be more ferocious, and that could boost our win probability, pushing us closer to a potential Super Bowl appearance. The odds would improve dramatically, Think about the impact on our odds, dropping from plus 1800 to around plus 700. That's a huge shift, and it's all about adding that extra spark, that X factor, that can make the difference when it counts. And let's not forget the historical context. Trades like this remind us of the blockbuster moves that have defined NFL dynasties. Remember when Khalil Mack was traded to the Bears in 2018? That move changed our franchise forever, and a similar trade for Hutchinson could be the catalyst for a new Bears dynasty. It's about making bold moves, about seizing opportunities, and about positioning ourselves for sustained success. Our fan base has been waiting for a truly dominant defense, a unit that strikes fear in opponents and sets the tone for every game. Well, folks, Hutchinson could be that player, the piece that puts us over the top. Looking ahead, the NFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. The Packers are trying to rebuild after a rough start. The Lions seem poised to keep their momentum, and the Vikings are always lurking. But if the Bears can land Hutchinson, it's like adding a turbocharger to our defense. Suddenly, we're not just competing, we're dominating. Our chances of making a serious playoff push increase exponentially, and maybe, just maybe, we're looking at a real Super Bowl contender. In summary, this rumored trade, if it comes to fruition, could be a turning point for the Chicago Bears. It's about making a statement, about showing that we're not just building for the future, but that we're ready to contend now. Hutchinson's talent, combined with our existing roster and strategic moves, could forge a defense that's unstoppable. It's the kind of move that defines eras, that elevates a franchise from good to great, and that gets the city of Chicago fired up for what's to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think the Bears should go all in and trade for Hutchinson? Is he the missing piece that takes us to the next level? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're heading into an exciting chapter, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Let's go, Bears!